Hi there, water signs, and welcome back once again to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions, okay? So I have a little treat for you today in observance of this spooky season that's coming up here. I'm going to use another of my Halloween decks in order to convey a message for you. We're going to focus, of course, on your romantic situation once again. And this reading, ladies and gentlemen, is valid until the end of November, giving you time with which to work with the energies that I'm about to present to you. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading simply will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But of course, for whom this reading is meant, I'm sure it would offer the valuable insight to that person that's needed, okay? So with that said, let's just go on and just shuffle up and get an indication of the overarching theme that's pervading your reading during this time period in question. Water signs, keep in mind, if this reading resonates, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So let's start off with the overarching theme as discussed. And select three cards, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of this deck in order to determine what Spirit would like you to know in regards to what's important, what this reading is really all about here, okay? And then we'll just examine and ask Spirit for other additional insight into your situation. All right, so let's go on and just dive right on in with both feet, ladies and gentlemen, and select your cards here, okay? So we have the Six of Cups, okay? Whoops. Okay. We have the Six of Cups, ladies and gentlemen, as I've indicated. Okay, I'm going to show you this card. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. All right. The next card that we have is Temperance. All right. So let's start, ladies and gentlemen, off with examining the center card here, which is the Two of Wands here. So that represents a fire sign. So some of you might be connected or involved with an Aries, a Leo, or in fact a Sagittarius here, okay, that I'm getting with this card here. And I appear that it seems, ladies and gentlemen, that with this card, you're waiting for your ships to come in. Much appears to be in motion, I'm getting, and some of you might be even planning a trip. But I feel that this card certainly calls for a decision to be made between two, and this has been um, a message that has been coming up in a lot of your readings here. And I'm getting an indication that some of you might have met or you will meet someone from a different background or different culture or country whom you will like. Additionally, I feel you might even have entered a new situation and now you are quite doubtful of what might come up next here. Okay, so this is what this reading is really all about. And for those of you in an existing situation, I feel that compromising and commitment are very important if your relationship has soured. So, with this card, ladies and gentlemen, it's urging you to embrace a bit more courage and to make a heartfelt decision that I see that you guys are going to have to make here. Okay? And we're going to scoot right over to your left card here. We have the Temperance here. So, this card represents a Sagittarius. And this card is calling for you, ladies and gentlemen, to reclaim your power and to maintain self-control and balance and learning how to compromise and being truly fair with someone is really the essence of this card. So, for those of you in an existing situation, this card is calling for you to seek balance, okay? And some of you might even, for those of you who are single, I'm getting here, you might be celibate and waiting patiently for the right person to show up. So this card is kind of urging, no matter, despite whatever situation you're in, I'm kind of getting, it's urging you not to force anything and to take a see which way the ball bounces strategy without putting too much emotion into someone who might not be deserving of your kindness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And then as indicated to your the first card here that we have that came up here, we have the Six of Cups here. Okay, so of course many of you already know what that entails. And it represents a water sign just as yourself, Cancer, Pisces, and or Scorpios here. So it shows someone estranged returning from your past. And I feel that this person wants to reconcile with you and wants a second chance. I also feel that for some of you, I feel that you're going to bump into um, this person unexpectedly, and this person will phone or text you. It's either or I'm kind of getting here. And if this is not an estranged lover, the new lover you meet will seem like this person is going to be more open to discussing your past with a little bit deeper understanding. But you should keep your radars up here because Spirit is saying that you're kind of rushing things or moving along slowly here and trying to, prevent you from getting hurt here. Water signs, if this reading is resonating, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press this subscription button, okay? So in making this reading a bit more Halloween related here, let's go on and look at your costume. And this card denotes the status of your romantic situation. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the seven of Pentacles. Okay, it represents an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And this person might even be in your current romantic situation here. So I'm getting with this card is that what I'm getting here is that some of you might be, as I said, I'm getting rushing into a situation or simply want things to get moving or to take off quicker than what it has when it comes to your romantic situation. But once again, Spirit is asking that you be patient because that divine timing appears to be key here that I'm getting. Spirit says now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to reevaluate your situation because you're going to certainly reap what you have sown. I see many of you working on trying to make a concerted effort to turn around your situation with this card. I also even see some of you even jumping into the bed and having sex with someone fairly new here that I'm kind of getting. But again, Spirit is saying to take your time, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go on and just look at the trick, the challenge or obstacle that you might need to overcome during this time period in question here.